world? My name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel today, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing a new movie that came out on Netflix this weekend, and some people have been able to see it earlier than me, but finally, I've been able to see it, and today, we're going to be reviewing the newest Netflix movie, Red Notice, that stars Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Gal Gadot. Basically, in movie terms, it stars Black Adam, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman. And I was actually kind of excited for this film because this movie is actually from the creators of Central Intelligence and Skyscraper. Now, I haven't seen Skyscraper, but I have seen Central Intelligence, and I really like that movie. And so that kind of got me very excited for this film. And so I was like, we need to see what this film is all about. So, what were my thoughts on it? Well, let's start talking about it. And for me, I feel like that this film gives me exactly, or actually it gives us exactly what you want. Of course, the first thing they gotta talk about with this movie is that the relationship between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Ryan Reynolds is just incredible. Every joke that they say, everything that they say to each other, is just absolutely hilarious. And one of the things that I kind of liked about it is that they were in a film before this. They were in a film called Hobbs and Shaw, which was like the spin-off of... It was a spin-off of Fast and Furious, except it basically was all about Hobbs and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham's characters bickering back and forth and being in this spin-off action movie. And Ryan Reynolds was in that movie, but he didn't play the biggest part, but he played enough parts for him to be funny with The Rock. In this movie, Ryan Reynolds is an art thief, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is trying to catch him while also trying to clear his name and trying to, trying to protect these golden eggs. And I think that also the adventure story type thing of it, I think it's also pretty cool. And also Gal Gadot also plays a great character in here. She's just clever, and she's also just has the wits. And it was also kind of cool how we actually got to see 3 Fast and Furious actors all in the same film. And I thought that was pretty cool. Along those same lines, as this is a movie that has some famous action movie actors, the action in here is actually pretty cool. It's not like top-notch action where, like in Central Intelligence, they do very clever stuff. But there's a lot of stuff in here that I think will work for people. And especially that scene where they're escaping the Russian prison, I think it's pretty amazing. And there are some other scenes that with the action that I do like, but that's really the big sequence I really enjoyed. Along those same lines, it just kind of closes out pretty nicely, and so I kind of like the exploration of Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's characters, where not only are they just hilariously funny, but they can also be charismatic. They also kind of have some arcs together. And granted, them having that little development is kind of one of my problems with the film, but we'll get onto that eventually. But I thought that, discovering him and his father, that Ryan Reynolds' dad was a cop, but then he turned into crime. The Rock's dad was a crook, but then he became a cop. And it was kind of clever in the way they did that. With that said, let's move on to the bad. And I have to say that this movie kind of was a little bit too long. And the first thing they got that kind of comes to negative reviews with this movie is that while it is very enjoyable, I will say this. I don't think it's as enjoyable as Central Intelligence. I would definitely go back and rewatch Central Intelligence so much more. I know it's not the biggest movie ever, but for me, it's a very good film. It's a very entertaining movie. But for me, I think that the story in here was a bit mixed up because pretty much the plot line for this film was trying to find these eggs, and then it just mixes into this betrayal story of John Hartley being betrayed by the cops, and then he has to find a way to clear his name, and then it creates this whole buddy cop thing, and then it transitions in the end when you realize Gal Gadot's character and Dwayne Johnson's character were basically working together the whole time, and everything that they did, everything that they went through, it didn't matter, and it kind of brought me out of the film because it's like, you set that all up just for a Gal Gadot and Dwayne Johnson kiss joke. That's kind of stupid to put in a movie like this. And the story for me did not really work at all. Also, there's this crazy scene where Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds are in this arena, and they're about to, and a bull is about to is charging at Dwayne Johnson's character, and when he hits Dwayne Johnson, when the bull hits Dwayne Johnson, it just looks absolutely fake, and it's probably the most bizarre thing that they could ever do in a film like this. So overall, it's definitely enjoyable. Had some cool action, funny sequences, great cast, but just some of the story elements just did not work for me. But I still really enjoyed the movie, and granted, it's not as good as Central Intelligence, or probably not as good as Skyscraper either, but I think it's still a pretty good film, and I really enjoyed it. So that's my review for Red Notice. Before I give my final score, be sure to comment down below, what were your thoughts on Red Notice? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Or right in between? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. With that said, let's get on my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6, and my TikTok name is RallOneFan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my back section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also in Letterboxd. It's the same name as Instagram, of _6_, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.